I will love those children who will allow me to do it.
Maddie, Janelle and Cody's daughter from Sister Wives, has made a response to Cody's little rant in no uncertain terms. And in case you missed the little rant,
A couple of my kids wouldn't even engage me at the wedding. Some of them wouldn't even talk to me. But some of the kids have flat out rejected me.
I know.
You saw Madison take her kids and scuttle them away from me.
Yeah, I saw.
She never told me she was pregnant. She never told me she was going to have a baby.
why?
The only thing the kids are upset with him is the way he has treated his family, the way he has completely, ditched out. And really, Maddie doesn't have any contact with him. She is very protective of her children.
Good,
Cody has not
good.
been there since Evie was born, and Evie's 3.5. And she didn't want him to just drop in and, be like, oh, I'm your grandpa, and then be like, what? Who is this guy? You know what I mean?
A reframe Cody's not capable of. Instead of being upset for yourself, how about you be upset from the fact that your children were raised by you, saw how you raised them, and as adults decided to protect their offspring from your tactics? You obviously didn't do a bang-up job if you've got your kid publicly referring to you to literally 600,000 people, and probably more, that you are a snake.
It's unrealistic expectation for grandparents to be in their grandchildren's lives all the time, especially if you move your children to an entirely different coast. I have work and a life in Flagstaff.
So when you weren't around, Robin and you were able to show kids the pictures of you and force them to call you dad, but we couldn't possibly do the other side. And then you know what it sounds like? And this is a lot of for no contact kids. It sounds like you really don't want to make the effort. So why are you mad? They're actually kind of doing you a favor. So all responsibility is relinquished. I mean, far be it from any of us to want to be this absolute burden to you like we clearly have been our entire lives. I mean, you're welcome. Unless you wanted to make the bare minimum effort, complain about it, and then have us act like you're Jesus.
They're purposefully leaving me out of their lives to punish me for a crime I did not commit. I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers.
Now this one's too that they're still your parents. How could you go no contact? This is retaliatory. How are you supposed to communicate with that? That man literally thinks he has done nothing wrong and is about to heavily contradict himself. So those kids who did not ask to be here, that was the choice of that man and another woman, are supposed to take on the emotional burden of explaining how he's wrong and doing all of that when clearly he has no interest in anything that is not self-serving. Really. No.
Madison actually called Janelle saying Dad said he didn't love you.
I know, but couldn't you, reach out to her?
Because
Every
you
time
said it.
I talk to her, she spreads gossip about me to the rest of the family. I never said that I didn't love Janelle. On the contrary, I actually said that I loved Janelle. This is some rumor that was created in the family that just sowed division. Our family was killed by gossip.
Now we're talking in this, I also need you to keep in the back of your mind the lifetime of neglect and poor parenting, plus you swear you never said that, more lies.
I am only guilty of not falling madly in love with their mothers.
That is not rational. Explain to me where you're supposed to have a rational, this is still your dad, come to Jesus kind of conversation with someone who's just That is in fact a very fancy medical term. Don't look it up, just trust me.
Cody has this narrative about Madison where she's such the gossip, but he is as big of a gossip. He'd always say that Mary was difficult or Christine was, or whatever. He would always say things like that to me about Mary and Christine. He never said it about Robin, but he would say stuff about Mary and Christine.
So was she gossiping or was she just repeating things that you literally said in front of millions of people? And so really, when I'm hearing that you have a narrative about your literal child, it doesn't sound to me like she's the one talking crap behind someone else's back. Just throwing that out there. That's your kid though, dude. That's your baby. That's your baby. To go on TV and talk about them like that, I will never understand, and I'm glad that I don't.
There's all this contempt that they have for me. Listen, I need...
Justifiably.
I'm just having such a hard time with this.
Well, I will work. I will reach out to. I will love those children who will allow me to do it. And in time, maybe the rest of them will come back around.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they're going to be chomping at the bit with their full lives surrounded by people who actually care about them and respect them and want them to have this beautiful future. They're going to just run back for that conditional love wherein they have to behave a very certain way so that you will be a father, which is what you decided to do, and they never asked to be here. So that's fine. I'm so proud of Maddie for standing up for herself though, but y'all have a good day. That was ridiculous. Ridiculous.